Brett, this was a complete team win for many reasons. When you guys put up a 4 spot in the first inning, how much can that energize a team and energize an offense?
Yeah, for sure. It energized our offense for sure, but I think it made Kodai go out there and just pump strikes, and he gave us almost 7 full strong. So, I mean, he was unbelievable tonight, and we all had great at-bats tonight. So
yeah, he's been so dominant all year. What impresses you the most about him when you watch?
Yeah, honestly, just his resilience. He gave up a homer in the first, and then he comes out and just blows everybody else away. And so it's fun playing defense behind him for sure.
When you see that fielder misread the ball on your bases clearing double, what's going through your mind?
I honestly thought I hit it pretty good, so I was hoping it was going to get over him anyway. I didn't know he made a bad read, but yeah, I mean, getting to third there and clearing out the bases was awesome for the team.
Since you've been recalled, you've been on fire at the plate, but your defense has also been on display. What aspect of your game have you been most pleased with this last month?
I don't know. I'm just happy we're winning ball games. I think Mark said it best the other day. He said, if this is us playing bad and we're still winning all these games, then we're going to be pretty scary when we're all clicking. So I just think we've been playing good ball the past couple of weeks.
Calf cramp?
Yeah, just a little calf cramp. More precautionary than anything. I told him, hey, I'm just gonna knock it down a little bit, and they're like, it's not even worth it. We're up by a good amount, and let's just go ahead and play it safe. So, not worried about it at all, and I'll be available tomorrow.
What did you see on the home run?
I got a fastball down the middle, so that was nice. Able to capitalize on a mistake, and just glad I could help out there and give us a little bit more of a lead. But yeah, was able to put a good swing on a good pitch to hit.
That's your third home run in 11 at-bats against Senzatella. How have you found success against him in particular?
Maybe he just found me at the right times. I don't know, but I've just been able to put some good swings on some of his fastballs, and there's guys that you do better against throughout your career, and I've been fortunate to be able to have some good success against him. So just trying to go up there and keep it simple and put a good swing on a good pitch, and was able to do that a couple times again today.
How nice was it to go back-to-back with Juan?
Yeah, unbelievable. Francisco and I were doing our picture down there, and heard the sound of the bat and crowd going wild, and we looked out and was able to see him go the other way. That's when he's his best, and just signs of good things to come, I think. And weather's starting to heat up. We're flipping the script into June. This field will start to play a little more fair, and I think it's just a sign of good things to come. So great to go back to back with him, and think it's a sign of good things to come.
The struggles with runners in scoring position for the entire team has been a pretty big item of conversation over the last few weeks. Do you think maybe you guys are kind of slowly starting to chip away at that and see some results?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we've talked about it. We're going to come up with plans individually to try and get better at it. That's all the start of the process. But you don't fix these things overnight. You build on it step by step. And so we're definitely looking to improve, and we'll be trying to do that on a day-to-day basis.
How have you enjoyed just hitting between Lindor and Soto in the line?
Yeah, no, it's been great. We've had some success with that, and I think any way that we can try and help us put some runs on the board and just be able to get guys on base and continue to provide opportunities for the runners in scoring position, I think the better that will be. So that was great to answer back right away there in the first inning, and Francisco to set the tone and get a base hit right away, and then me and Francisco to be on first and second for Soto, and he puts up a great at bat, and Pete, another great at bat, but it was didn't finish the way that he would like, I know. But then Brett, did an unbelievable job and cleared the bases. So I think it's a good thing, a good future that we've got going here. I think with me in the 2-hole, it's great. But as I've said in the past, I don't really care where I hit in the lineup, just as long as I'm coming up and I'm trying to do whatever I can for that game situation. So right there, I'm just trying to keep things simple. Keep it going and help us respond. So for me, it's not too big of a deal where I hit, but if we're having success as a team and I'm hitting there, that's fantastic. I'll stay there all you want. So I think it's great. We'll ride that wave as long as we possibly can.
Along the same lines, does it feel any more natural for you, maybe trying to get on base for those guys, whether it's Juan or Pete?
For sure, yeah. I mean, I hit leadoff for a long time, and my job was to get on base. And so definitely, going back to the roots of it, I still take that approach. Even if say I'm in the 4th or 5th hole, and I'm leading off an inning, I'm trying to get on base. But again, it's something that I did well in the past, and I feel like I can always kind of come back to. And if we're having some success with that, then let's ride that wave as long as we can. And when we need to change things, we can change things. But it's good to have versatility.
Since coming back from the neck injury, you've had a bit more success. Have you considered maybe getting a bad pillow?
No, that's okay. It's pretty terrible. I like playing, so I appreciate coming back and doing well. But I think I'll try and stay on the field and avoid the next stuff. It's not fun at all, as most people know. So I appreciate it, but hopefully we can come by some success some other ways.
What did you like about your start today?
今日の登板で気に入ったこと、良かったこと。
いろんな球を使いながらバットを抑えられたことが良かったかなと思います。
I was able to use a lot of my pitches, manipulate my pitches, and get through the outing.
You've had a couple first inning home runs, but most of the starts after that, you've been able to calm down and carve out the lineups. Do you think maybe when you get those early home runs out of the way, it kind of like helps you get into a groove and calm down?
初回に本塁打浴びたり点取られたりすることして、そこからは後半、立ち直すというか、よく見られるんですけど、そういう最初に点取られることによってなんていうんですかね、リズム戻すというか。
いや点を取られずにいければそれはもちろんベストですけど、単純に、打てるとこに投げてたり、やっちゃいけないこと、それはやったら打たれるよねってとこをやっている結果が、そういうことにつながっているので、打たれずに最初からいいリズムで試合に入れたらなというふうに思っています。
Not necessarily. Ideally, I'd like to get through without giving up any runs, but I think it's just a result of throwing the pitches where I know that they're going to hit it, and it just happens to be that way.
After that home run, you retired 17 straight. What was working so well for you during that stretch?
ホームランの後17打者連続アウトだったんですけど、何が良かったですか？
ストライクゾーンに投げ込められたことが一番かなと思います。
I think what was most important is that I was able to throw strikes, get ahead.
When in the first 2 innings, you needed about 40 pitches to get through them, and the next 4 innings, like only maybe 45. Was there a change in your aggression toward how you pitched them?
最初の2回で40球ほどです。次の3回で45球ほどだったと思うんですけど、攻め方の積極性とか変えたりしましたか？
本当にさっきも言った通り、いろんな球を使いながらストライクゾーンに入れたっていうのが、バッターが考えてくれたのかなというふうに思います。
I think just like I said earlier, I was able to use a lot of my pitches, and I was just able to get it in the strike zone, and they happened to hit it early on in the counts.
How surprising was it to give up a home run on the ghost fork, and what gave you the confidence to continue to stick with that pitch?
お化けフォークでホームランを打たれた時の、驚きなどありましたか？で、それを投げ続ける、自信というか。
あれの球に関しては別にそういう球ではなかったですし、打たれるべきし打たれたかなというふうに思います。バッターもあそこはちょうどあるバッターの中であそこに投げたっていうのは自分のミスですし、 今日もまあミスも多かったですけど、まあ、とにかくちゃんと次もまたいい形で投げ終えれたらなというふうに思います。
That specific pitch, it wasn't necessarily a put-away pitch, and I kind of left it in his wheelhouse. So I wasn't surprised that it was a hit. And so moving forward, hopefully I can avoid those wheelhouse pitches and get their innings.
What do you think sort of went wrong in the seventh inning, because you had been getting everybody out, and in the seventh inning there was that pitch clock ball and then the walk. What was happening in the seventh inning?
7回までは少しスムーズにいってたように見えて、7回から、ランナー背負ってしまったりっていう、何が苦戦した要因というかありますか？
うまく自分の体を操れなかった、最近、7回だけじゃなくて球数が増えていけばいくほど自分をうまく操れてないから交代みたいなのがすごい増えてきているので、そういうところに関して、自分を見つめ直さないといけないなというふうに思っています。
Not just this outing, but in previous outings too, when my pitch count rises, whether it's fatigue or not, just mechanically I start to become a little bit off. So I think I need to spend this time between this next start and rethink, revise, and get stronger.
What did you think about what the offense was able to do today to give you that support? What do you think about what the offense was able to do to give you that support today?
打線のサポートはいかがでしたか？
今日は早い段階から点をたくさん取ってくれましたし、本当に勝てるチャンスをもらったので、僕も勝てるチャンスを増やすために1イニングでも長くと思ってマウンドにいました。
They got on him early and gave us a chance to win, and I wanted to be out there to give us a win.
You have the third lowest ERA in baseball right now. How would you assess your performance a third of the way through the season?
MLB で今防御率が3位で、3分の1ほどシーズンが終わって、自身での評価いかがですか？
数日したらまた消えるようなイニング数しか投げてないですし、とにかくちゃんと終わり方のいいような終わり方をしたいなと思いますし、やっぱり球数がいってバタついて交代がやっぱ続いているので、自分自身数字っていうものに対してはまだ先も長いので本当に何も思ってないんですけど、とにかく今自分がやるべきことをちゃんとやってシーズンいい成績を終われるように常に日々考えて過ごしたいなと思います。
I don't really think about my stats. A lot more games left in the season, and in terms of my innings pitched, give it a few days and I'm probably no longer on the leaderboard anymore. So, we have a lot more left to do, and I want to finish my outings on a strong note, unlike today. So we have a lot of work to do and a lot of season left.